Be sure to subscribe, keep pounding, _TV, the best Panther YouTuber ever. I'm rocking with the big cat. Pause up. Keep pounding.
What's going on? Christian Miller here, linebacker of the Carolina Panthers. Just want to give a huge shout out to Keep Pounding TV. Keep doing what y'all are doing. Appreciate all y'all support. Everybody go subscribe right now to the YouTube channel, Keep Pounding TV. I'm rolling with the big cat.
Hey, everybody, I'm your host, Grande Gato, also known as the Big Cat. My cool cat, put your paws up. If you're rocking with the Big Cat, today we're going to talk about Eli Apple, Troy Pride Jr., which cornerback should be the second starter for the Carolina Panthers. We'll talk about it, but first, before we get started, do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? Yes? No? Maybe? Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? Can you cover it? Can you do man-to-man? Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? All those questions will need to be answered. Give me that dab. When it comes down to the second starter at cornerback, we'll find out which one is best suited. Let's get into it.
Here we go.
Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Now, when it comes to the Carolina Panthers' second cornerback spot, this is a tough one. But I'll tell you this right here. I believe Eli Apple should be the second starting cornerback, but I'm also going to tell you why it really doesn't matter. Let's start with why Eli Apple should be the second string cornerback. When it comes to what we're dealing with the Carolina Panthers, it's a rather unique situation where everybody on defense is young, and at this point in time, it will be foolish. And listen to me, Matt Rule. Listen to me, Phil Snow. If you ever guys get a hold of this, when it comes to throwing out a young guy, you don't want to stunt his growth. Okay, sometimes when you play a young cornerback, playing time is not always the best thing for a young guy, especially when you got to cover guys like Julio, Mike Thomas, Mike Evans, Godwin. That may not necessarily be the best thing to start him at. So that's the reason why, again, the Carolina Panthers don't have a number one cornerback. I think Dante Jackson is the most seasoned cornerback, true enough. But the Carolina Panthers don't have a number one cornerback. This year, cornerback will be played by committee. No disrespect to Dante Jackson. You're going to see where the best suited far as height, size, matchup, ability, zone, man, the best suited for that week will be matched up against whoever's the best player. Okay? And it has to be that way. So that's why bringing in Eli Apple makes sense far as having a veteran body to help out with these young guys. It doesn't make sense to bring in, my man Troy Pride Jr. or anybody else that you consider, Kenny Robinson or whatever, whoever you want to play cornerback, and force these guys into action. You will stunt the guy growth. Giving up 300 yards, 200 yards to big name receivers will mess you up psychologically, all right?
Message.
So I'm not saying they shouldn't play at all, but you definitely want to wean them in there. Doesn't make sense, and I think Eli Apple has something to bring. Not the best coverage corner, but you got to have some strong safety behind him. A lot of you guys discount Justin Bird that we brought from Cleveland. Even though it was a small sample size, my man has held his own towards the end of the season. So give Burris a chance. Chan, I already know how I feel about Chan. I think he's going to be the next Mike Mentor. But give him time to mature. Don't force these guys into action. A lot of you guys are ready to write the season off. Just throw him in there. Get him some experience. No, that's not how it works. You want to throw a baby in water and say, all right, just swim. If you do, you'll be locked the hell up. All right, so a lot of guys like Burris, Trey Boston to provide that coverage umbrella for my man Eli Apple, even though he has struggled in coverage. You know what I mean? So, again, don't write him off so quick, and I definitely want to throw Troy Pride Jr. in there immediately. I will wean him in there, get him some plays, get him some snaps, get his feet wet throughout the season, put him in different situational positions, and I think that's what's best for him. Now, when it comes to Troy Pride Jr., let's talk about his man coverage. Nice man coverage. He reminds me of, guess who? James Bradbury. He can be a little pesky at times. You just need to develop consistency when it comes to his press off his releases when it comes to pressing the wide receiver. Sometimes he has the ability to flip open a little too soon. He's trying to guess the route, trying to press him or jam him, and guess what happens? He creates too much space, and now he automatically goes into recovery mode. You know what I mean? So he has to watch that. All right. So when it comes to pressing that receiver, always get a nice little grip on there. Make sure you jam them up real good. Don't provide enough space because then you pretty much panic right there. Zone coverage skills, hell of a zone coverage cornerback. And the best thing that Troy Pride Jr. has going for him is the fact that he played at a university that played both zone and man coverage. One of the more versatile cornerbacks in the college draft. So I think he could be a potential steal for us. Does a hell of a job keying on quarterbacks. Not only does he key on quarterbacks, he can close gaps quickly. All right, so your receiver may be like that. If the ball's thrown, he closes and he's getting real physical, stakes and put his hands in there. He definitely is a disruptor. All right. Again, he runs well, shows effective speed, especially with the long ball. He's not the fastest guy, okay, but he doesn't allow you to get over top of him. He plays over top real well. He can hold his own. All right, long as he don't have to hold his own too long, he can do all right. So I think he's going to be all right there. He's a very long, rangy cornerback, and I love the way he gets that head around and he can find that ball. You know how to say shake what your mama gave you? Well, my man plays with what his mama gave him. That length, that height, those arms. He turns around, he got the ball, you know what I mean? Just real messy, real sloppy. I love it, you know what I mean? Make it hard for that receiver. Use your height, use your length, use your speed. Get your head around. We don't need 100 pass interference. So he has something to bring, y'all. He definitely has something to bring. Let's see. When it comes to his spacing, yo, again, sometimes he tends to be a little too loose. You know what I mean? Tighten draws up. Find the sweet spot. You know what I mean? He definitely gonna need to be some polishness. But when it comes to his competitiveness, this guy is scrappy. All right, make no doubt about it. A lot of you guys were trying to say Eli Apple was the next James Bradbury. We're not gonna do that right there. But this guy has that ability. Troy Pride Jr. He's fearless, y'all. He definitely is not afraid to get up in there, put his nose up in the mix. But the thing that Eli Apple has over Troy Pride Jr. is he's a better run tackler. He definitely will get in there and put his nose in there, but it's not his best suit. You know what I mean? Sometimes he'll get in there, he'll go after those legs and try to chop you down. And hopefully, you know, you guys are gang tackling to help him out. But his best asset is his feet, quick feet. He can turn and run with the best of them. But he definitely has to become a better run tackler. And again, that's not my main thing for him because you're a cornerback, and a cornerback primarily is supposed to cover, right? So, again, some of these things we can work on right here. A lot of scouts compare him to Kevon Seymour. That's what they call him, you know what I mean? So, again, when it comes to his physical play, he's nice and physical, competitive. He has nice hips, good footwork, play zone, play in between man. But at the end of the day, y'all, he definitely has to tighten up on that looseness. Sometimes he can get a little loose in the hips. You know what I mean? You definitely want to snug him up tight, be a disruptor right there. But it doesn't make sense. Again, it doesn't make sense at all to put this guy in here and say, you know what? All right, go cover Julio. All right, cover Mike Tom, or cover Godwin, or cover my man Calvin Ridley. Let's not do that. That's not wrong. I mean, that's wrong to do for him, okay? He's not the best, you know what I mean? He's not overly aggressive, you know what I mean? He's physical, but he's not overly aggressive. So, you know what I mean? I think he could become a better tackler if that's my critique on him. You know what I mean? Be a little more aggressive. To me, I mean, he has enough to get the job done. Let's put it like that. But, you know, if I had to nitpick him to death, I think he could be a little more aggressive. Again, in zone coverage, he has the ability to flip to man easily. You know what I mean? He can flip a zone coverage right into man if he need be. And again, that speed. He has the natural gift and talent to hang with you. You know what I mean? He's not going to necessarily beat you. You know what I mean? You're not going to outbeat him, and he stays over top of his route. Does a great job of that. And last but not least, when it comes to his length, his height, those arms, making it hard for you. Getting that head around. Beautiful things. There's a lot for him to work on, and I think he's going to be all right in the future. But Matt Rule, Phil Snow, do not force this guy in here. A lot of you guys are saying Eli Apple. And then, yes, Eli Apple graded out at a 59.1 in coverage rating last year. So I know a lot of you guys are scared by that. Okay, he played over 646 snaps in coverage rating and graded out at 59.1. All right, so, yes, no need to fear, man. I think they're going to have a plan for Mr. Apple. But the plan is not for the Carolina Panthers to throw a bunch of rookies in there because they're talented and they're gifted and then say, hey, all of a sudden we're going to win. You would damage a cornerback, a safety. That goes for Chin. That goes for Pride. That goes for Kenny Robinson. That goes for anybody in that secondary back there. It's a little different with that D-line, you know what I mean? I think D-line is pretty simple, so you can do that. But with our secondary, let's take it slow. Let's put them in there a little bit, get them some game rep, get them some film, and then we'll go as it, we'll see how it go. If they can go in there, let's say Pride goes in there and he can show us the ability to hang in there, then you wean him in there. Maybe by week 5, maybe by middle of the week, then you say, you know what, he has shown his ability to hang with these top guys. Let's go ahead and give him some more room. All right, let him get more playing time. But you don't do week 1, here you go. You're setting him up for failure. I'm your host, Grande Got the also known as the Big Cat. My cool kid, put the balls up and rock with the Big Cat. Tell me what you think. Should the Carolina Panthers wean in guys like Troy Pride Jr., or should they throw him to the wolves and say, hey, there you go, be Superman for us. Stop Julio, Mike Thomas, Calvin Ridley. You'll be all right because you're a good, aggressive cornerback. Or should they say, play it safe? Y'all, I want to hear from you guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm your host again, El Grande Got the also on the Big Cat. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, keep_pounding_TV. What's this? YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, keep_pounding_TV. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. Follow the podcast as well. Anchor FM, Spotify, Google, the whole nine. Let's get up out of it. Let the church say, damn.
Be sure to check out On the Live Show Radio. Check out the latest Christian hip hop / R&B. Be sure to also subscribe to the YouTube channel.
My cool